Hello, folks. This is 316. Normally I do my scriptures, but we gonna switch it up just one time. I was watching the Super Bowl. My Philadelphia Eagles was playing the Chiefs, and it was a great game. Two teams evenly matched. Both teams did exactly what they supposed to do, and all in all, it was a good, grinded out, tough game. What takes away from this game is two calls, but one call in particular. I was disappointed in the referees on the call on the catch. Now I don't remember if they scored on that drive or not. Was it a touchdown or a field goal? But either way you look at it, that was a momentum shift because that was definitely the catch, and they definitely was going to score probably on the next play, and that would have been a real big momentum shift. Okay, that's number one. Um, Number two, the second one was the pass interference call. That was not a hold. The referees, the organization, the National Football League has to come to a decision what is considered a hold. Because if placing your hand on somebody's hip is a hold, now if he tugged, then the receiver would have shifted. But the receiver didn't shift. He kept on running. It didn't break his shot. It didn't break his stride or anything. And I forgot his name, but the cornerback had his hand on his hip for only about a half a second. And plus, the ball was overthrown. It wasn't even catchable ball. He wasn't going to grab that. No way. The only reason why Patrick Mahomes was pointing is to draw the foul, is to draw the penalty flag. And they went for it. I honestly think something is up with that. It was 24-14. It was 24-14 in the second quarter. The Eagles had this game in the bag. For some reason, the second half, it just didn't go their way. It was a few calls in that game that shifted. And I think for me, there's a few other ones I can't remember. But I know that catch, and we have to define what's a catch. Because I believe once a player has the ball in possession, especially going out of bounds, and especially when you're being covered by another defender, a defender is trying to drive you out of bounds. What happened to that rule when the defender tried to drive you out of bounds? But anyway, once a player is out of bounds and he has full control of the ball, and any part of his body hits the out of bounds line, I think that play should be blown dead, and I think it should be rewarded a catch. Now, if it's inbounds, it's in play. Out of bounds, play dead once any body part hits the out of bounds line. But if it's in play, like the Dez Bryant one, and he didn't have full control, it's still in play. It's in bounds. That's how I look at it. Okay? But we have to define what's a catch. We have to define what's a hold. That was nothing more than a hand check. And that decided the game, and that was BS. And the referees dropped the ball in the Super Bowl because it's 152 left in the game. And if this team doesn't make this first down, it's fourth down, and they have to kick the field goal, and the Eagles will get the ball back with 140 or 145 left in the game to come down to make either the game-winning drive or a game-tying drive. That was a poor job, referees, at the end of the game, and y'all constantly do this all the time. I am sick of you referees always messing up the game. It's the Super Bowl. These players get paid big bucks to play their hearts out. I think in that particular play, especially the degree of the game, and they should be able to overturn that on replay. Also, replay that also. Y'all like to replay everything else. Replay that and make the right calls, people. Again, I take nothing away from the Chiefs. They did exactly what they need to do. They took advantage of bad calls and bad situations. And both defenses got torched. So people can talk about defense all day. They both got torched. 35 points on the board. That's not a pretty good defensive game. Okay? Again, great Super Bowl. And I just hope that the Eagles make it back next year. We got probably the best quarterback in NFC. And they probably beaten up back again. I think this is going to be a rivalry coming soon. Baby. But this 316, I let your boy one.